Welcome. And we're gonna start because people are here already. So we're gonna have some rugelach here at the table. So we're trying to invent a technology where you can participate in the Farbrengen and enjoy the food over here. It's great, everyone. And here's Rabbi Chyrek. Yes, he did it. Okay. Welcome, Rabbi Chyrek. Great. It's great to be together again with you and doing this together, because we've had a little bit of an intermission for a number of weeks on this Thursday night class and learning together.
Right.
So tonight we're gonna hear from you on Shayuchud and some of the concepts, and we'll describe to everyone what we're gonna try to do this time. And then we're going to talk for a few moments about the Parsha, and then we're going to launch into the Hate Tavis Farbrengen. We have a special night today, which we're going to tell everyone what it's about, what the significance is, and how we can learn the lessons and apply it to our lives. So, Rabbi Chyrek, are you ready?
Yes. So what should we do first? Should we just complete our brainstorming session? Then we're going to do the presentation.
Okay, well, let's tell everyone what we're brainstorming about, because I have an idea, Rabbi Chyrek. We have such wonderful people here with us already, and they could speak up and tell it. Let's present the questions that we're facing. And it says, we learn more from our students and our people we're learning with than everybody. Maybe they have ideas on how to best, what are they looking to learn, and what can they best, how do they want it best presented to them? How does that sound?
Right. So what Shara Yichud has to offer is that it has concepts that if you know the definitions of those terminology, then you will be able to learn all Chassidus. So it's like a key to open up all Chassidus. And what we want to achieve is actually two parts. One part is we want to be able to present it in a way that we're going to get quality, more quantity, many more people, accessible to many more people. And I understand the way to do that is to create a template, to brainstorm a template, which will follow every single time, to make the video shorter, but to follow a template that is predictable, that people like. And the second thing we need to do is to get quality. That's quantity, in other words, to reach more people. But quality is, we want the student to be able to actually walk away with knowing the terminology, not just like, I listened to like a nice few concepts and there were a few nice one-liners that made me think. That is not what we really want to do. That's nice, but what we want to do is that the student actually walks away with actually knowing the terminology. And we want to be able to make it so accessible that if somebody's studying Chassidus and they just type in that terminology into YouTube, the video is going to come up with the definition. So it's going to be like definitions, and we're following the order of Shara Yichud. And we want to see success in quality and in quantity. So what I'm thinking about opening up a Google Docs and getting everybody's feedbacks of what the structure should be of the presentation. Then we're going to try and make one presentation. We have our audio is a little better than when we started a year and a half ago or more. And yeah, let's do it. That's what we want to do. Rabbi Smith, you want to add to that? Just fix
so I think what I would just add is just put, I would add context over here. So because a lot of people are new here and are all welcome, and thank God everyone's here. Rabbi Chyrek and I were sitting down every day. We really ask this question: what do we need to do to bring redemption to the entire world? What do we need to do today to bring redemption to the entire world? And what will have the greatest impact? So one of Rabbi Chyrek's ideas was to learn together the concepts, or actually the holy book Shara Yichud by the Midler Rebbe, Rabbi Dov Ber of Lubavitch, and he taught and he organized the whole concept of the unity of God Almighty, that there's nothing besides God Almighty. So we have a big question. God, there's nothing besides God Almighty. So how are we here now if there's nothing besides God Almighty? So this is what it really explains. And he explains so beautifully and so clearly how the creative energy, divine creative energy flows in the process of creation and how it flows in us on a moment by moment basis. So if we really grasp these concepts, we can not only understand how we got to be here and how everything around us came to be, but we can also understand how we operate, which is so important to know, because if we understand how we operate, we can make better choices. So Rabbi Chyrek and I give the credit to Rabbi Chyrek because he came up with this idea and then did about 80 hours on, it's available on YouTube. It's available on the rabbismith.org of explanation going through page by page. The challenge is it's often a lot of details. It's hard for people to follow. And so what we decided is, okay, what can we do to make this accessible to me and you? And meaning to say, I also need to understand this and grasp this. I'm on the same, have the same objectives that you have, each one of the people here, meaning each one of you, you may say, okay, well, Rabbi, you know more than me, but I don't necessarily have all the ideas and all the concepts organized in my head so clearly. I want to also have the facility and I also want to have the accessibility to it. So Rabbi Chyrek and I are thinking, how can we do this? So one idea we had was to break it down into smaller chunks. We're going to take just a few lines and make sure that everyone here understands the concepts, because then that's a gift to your life. You're going to now see the world in a different way. You're going to see yourself in a different way, see other people in a different way. So that's the context. If anyone has any thoughts or comments, I don't know if anyone wants to share if they've had experience watching being in the longer format in the past or watching the longer videos, or just thoughts that they have. Speak up. And if there's no comments, why don't we just take a shot at it today, just for 5-8 minutes to explain a concept, and then we'll keep rolling until for bringing us more people show up.
Okay, so let's. Are you allowing me to share the screen? So we're gonna start typing it up.
I'm gonna do that right now. 1 second here.
Share screen.
There we go. Oh, sorry, wrong settings. Advanced.
I'm allowed to say share screen.
Open share.
Share. Okay, here's a document. You can see this untitled document. So we're gonna say.
Do it again.
What should we call this?
Why don't we do you could do a whiteboard. Oh, you could whatever. The next time. Well, it's amazing technology where we can share a whiteboard. But right now, you have to share the screen again because I just changed the setting and it just moved things around.
Okay, let's do this again. Share screen.
Yeah, come.
Okay, we shared the screen. What are we calling this, Rabbi Smith? We're calling this the checklist. No, because this is a checklist that we need to follow like a pilot every time.
Okay. Hey, come, welcome. Here for a short period of time. Short period of time is great. Let me get a Chaim. Bring some plates. I'm going to mute myself, Rabbi Chyrek.
Okay.
People are coming in.
Okay, great. So the first thing is we need to say context. We need to speak about context. How is this connected? We need to summarize. We need to give introduction. We need to give a summary at the end. At the end, we need to what we spoke about last week. We need to ask people to share, like, and subscribe, because it makes a difference, because we want to teach more people. We want to be able to say a warm welcome each time. Okay. And we're going to be able to introduction. We want to, in the introduction, I guess we want to mention the terms that we will learn. We also want to have something terms, concepts. We want to be able to have something practical, application. We want encourage you to teach it.
Earlier emails.
Yeah, I'm going to just get to that. That's an excellent, Mrs. Friedman. That's a wonderful idea.
Which one?
I
What to
just
do?
got it at 5:15 today.
Yeah, we gotta do earlier publicity. That's early publicity, early and often. We should put at the top, or wherever you're going to type it, early and often, because Mrs. Friedman, normally this runs every Thursday. We had kind of a break for a couple of weeks. So people kind of get
I
into
go
that.
to so many classes, I can't keep up with everything.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So tonight we sent out a special invite because we're making a Farbringen and we're making a special day today. But this, I
I
think, is a great.
understand today's the 9th of Teves.
Hey, Tavis, yes, fifth.
I'm still learning.
Okay, we're all learning.
No, I never knew about it until the other day when I got something to go into for Broughton. I watched part of it. I didn't get to see all of it. It's nice that it's put on a video.
Okay.
International audience. Yeah. Amazing.
Okay, Rabbi Smith, can you see what's there?
Yeah,
Let's
great.
go through it.
Okay, why don't you start? Give us a warm welcome right now.
Okay, so so what I'm thinking of doing is that we're going to look into Shari Yichud, we're going to do it, and then we're going to stop the recording and re-record the recording with all these components. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. Well, we don't have to restart the recording. We'll edit it later. Oh, okay. We'll just restart the recording. Makes it easier. I don't have to find out where we started again. But
Right.
I think let's just restart the recording right now, and you'll welcome everyone.
Well, no, it's not. I'm not prepared. Let's just do it and then really do it, because
okay. But everyone's going to watch it twice. Is that good for them?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Okay, so by time,
because then they'll understand what goes into this, because we really want a contribution from everybody to how can we really get this to everybody? How can we get all the students on the level where they're familiar with this? Like I was listening to the Daf Shir, and there's a program called Zichru, where everybody remembers the daf that they learn in Gemara and the Talmud, and they remember at least 3 ideas on the daf. Like there's a method, and they can remember a tremendous amount of learning. So we want the people to really know their information. They really know the concepts. They can open up the Chassidus and understand what it means and understand how it fits into the bigger picture. Every terminology. Okay. Let's open up another paper by the page, and I'm going to search for Chabad library, and then I'm going to press Chabad library, and okay, please open up. Yes. Then we're going to look for the Mittel Rebbe. This is right over here. Ner Mitzvah Torah Shari Yichud. And we're there. We want to, for the first page. Here we are.
Could you also have it in English for people who don't read Hebrew without vowels?
Rabbi, you can buy it in English.
I'm gonna send a link to the Oneness and get it on Amazon. We don't have it here, but Rabbi Chyrek is going to translate it, so don't worry.
Okay, fine, no problem. I'm still learning Hebrew.
Okay, so we have so many terminologies. So let's figure out. Let's open up. 1 second. File. No. Back. File.
Excuse me. Is this material on Safaria?
No, but it's in the Chabad library.
Okay, thank you.
It's in Chabad library, and it's also sold on Amazon. I want a new document. And in this new document, we're just going to clarify what are the terminologies. We want people to know what hahispailos means. Okay, terminology 1. Let's make this bigger.
By the way, Rabbi Chyrek, to your master list of the things to do to make it accessible to everybody, I want to mention here that just giving people access, links and access to the material in Hebrew and English. We've got to add that.
1 second. So let's add that right now, because as we're speaking, we're getting links to material, links to the YouTube, the lessons that we already have.
Correct. I just posted the link for everyone can order it on YouTube. It's not YouTube, sorry, on Amazon. This is an amazing translation done by Chyrek's teacher, right?
Yeah, but he did it when he was a teenager. So, and then he never got the funds to upgrade it and edit it. So it's a little bit on the high school level, but still, it's the best that we have out there.
Is there another place besides Amazon? I can't deal with them.
Please.
I'm fighting with them. They still tell me I owe $1,500.
Okay, I'll look for that while Rabbi Chyrek's moving.
1 second.
He never bought the things.
He's
We closed the account. Someone used our account.
Maybe.
So I don't deal with Amazon anymore.
Oh, it's also one by Shimon Markel.
Yeah, I think that was his teacher.
Oh, it's one on. It says on 2012 on Google Books, but it's not available for sale. Okay, let's move forward.
Okay, I have 4 sets of definitions already in the first line.
Okay, let's hear them.
Okay, so we have hispailos, which would be excitement. I would call it impact. Brain, heart, thought. Hisbainos. Reflection.
Mr. Elder, yeah.
And 5 parts of the soul, five souls that we have called nefesh, ruach, neshama, chaya, yechida. Okay, so this is like plenty.
That's all in the first line.
That's in the first line.
Okay.
We don't even know like why we're doing this. But if we just jump in, the first line, we have all of this. Okay. So, I mean, I think the student will be like overwhelmed with already these 4.
Yes. Because, yeah. It is overwhelming. Well, I think one thing that we need to know, and we need to remind everyone, is that this learning has an impact on us, even if we don't really understand it. Even if we don't understand the words, someone spoke up and said, "Do you have this in English?" If you just listen to a class, a learning in the holy tongue, in the holy language of Hebrew, it's going to have an impact on your soul. Your soul will grasp something. So I think the first thing is to also take the pressure off people, meaning to say, you want to grasp as much as you can, but you should not feel in any way despondent from the fact that you can't get it all.
Right. So we should we have 5 full videos on this? I mean, seriously.
Well, if you, I mean, short 4 or 5. I'm already confused with 4 or 5. 4 short videos, like 3 minutes each. One on his, what's his spilas, what's more leven machshava, what's his beinus. Each one of these, Also, the other thing is we have to boil this down to the ability to explain it. His beinus, you could write books on it, but really in 50 words or less, what does it mean?
Excuse me, is this class share HaYakud?
Yes.
Then I'm taking this already.
What?
I'm taking this class already during the day.
Where are you learning it? On YouTube?
No, on Zoom.
Who's your teacher?
Manuka something. I don't know her exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
That's gonna be the end.
I don't know. Okay. I'm thinking, Rabbi,
Okay, just walk in front of you. Yes.
I'm thinking let's just make a short video on and off. Let's do his pilus, then let's do Ba'achlev Machshava, let's do his Beinus, and then let's do Nefesh Ruach and Neshama Chai Yechida.
Okay, this is Mittler Rebbe's foundation work of the Hasidut.
Yeah, Mittler Rebbe, yes.
Then I'm taking a class in the afternoon on this.
Okay, great.
Okay, so I suggest, Rabbi Chyrek, that what we do because of the time, let's just for tonight do one word.
His pilus.
Yes, bilus, because we want to also talk about Hey Tavis. We want to bring together. And if we do all these, we're going to be in here for much longer than 9 o'clock. So,
well, okay, let's just do one. Okay, fine. I'm gonna. I'm gonna stop stop share. Okay, I'm gonna put myself a note that we're going to. I'm not gonna give all the. Okay.
how's it going?
1 second. I'm not sure how to do this.
And this all really relates, it's apropos to this week's Torah portion, because in this week's Torah portion.
But are you having problems with the tech?
No, I'm good. We're gonna just do it in a second. We're gonna stop.
Well, while you're getting set up, so I just say, this
one getting set.
portion,
Yeah, say.
it says that Yehuda, the son of Jacob, when he came down into Egypt and he had to argue with his brother Joseph to release the youngest son, Benjamin, he was stepping forward. Thought he was speaking to the vice king, the deputy king of Egypt. And the Lubavitch Rebbe says we have to learn from this a lesson. When we are involved in holiness, we have to speak with clarity and authority to the rest of the world. So in order to speak with clarity and authority, we have to have clarity and authority in our minds. And so what Rabbi Chyrek is bringing to the forefront over here is the tools, it's the inner foundation, meaning to say, we all want to change the world. We want the world to reflect and reveal godliness. And we want the world to reveal that, and each human being to be revealed in him that he is actually a creation of God Almighty. So that requires us to have the clarity to be able to speak to people who are arguing the opposite. So that's something that we have to have it clear, organized in our minds, exactly how to articulate the oneness of God. So this is really, really foundational to transforming the world and relevant to this week's Torah parsha. So Rabbi Chyrek, you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.